What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rewatch Ryan YouTube channel. My name is Ryan Snelling. I'm always excited to film videos. I'm always excited to watch movies for the first time, but I'm especially excited to be here with you today because I'm watching for the very first time Poltergeist, the original Poltergeist, directed by Tobe Hooper. Some might say it's directed by Steven Spielberg. That might be a reason why I'm excited to watch this. Steven Spielberg is my favorite filmmaker, but we'll get to that here in just a second. I hope that you guys are enjoying these watch-alongs. They are a lot of fun for me to do. Not so much fun for me to edit as I'm learning, but I am having a lot of fun recording and talking to you guys and watching these movies. You know, we're at the second half of October, which means these horror watch-alongs are going to come to a close. But it's up to you guys. If you have responded to these videos and you like me doing them, then I will definitely incorporate at least like 2 a month. If they get like, you know, really popular, then I'll do like 1 a week. Because I can just incorporate, you know, I got to go back to rewatching things. You know, at the beginning of the channel, I started doing never before scenes, and which is similar to first time watching. I was also doing just the rewatch discussions in general, so I would like to get back to that. So I think these kind of first time watch alongs kind of incorporate everything that the channel was originally supposed to be. I've just been more focused on the new releases the past few months just because it's been so much fun to talk about the new releases. So if you guys are feeling these videos, I will definitely incorporate them more. It doesn't mean they have to go away just because spooky times are coming to a close. But anyway, back to this. Poltergeist. I'm especially excited. This is one of the highlights. I had a giant list of movies that I thought I might want to get to during these watch-alongs, and Poltergeist was at the very tippy top. It's one of those movies I'm ashamed to say that I haven't seen. It's a movie that directly involves my all-time favorite filmmaker, Steven Spielberg. And you know, during these intros, I always give you guys some insight as to like what I do and don't know already about the movie. And that's what I've always heard, is that Steven Spielberg secretly like shadow directed this film behind Tobe Hooper, and I don't really know the details on that. I just know that Tobe Hooper was billed and credited as the original director, but I don't know exactly what happened behind the scenes to where like Steven Spielberg took over. This seems to be a very popular theory, and it's something that I don't think has been actually confirmed, but the film fandom community sort of treats it like gospel, like truth. And I just have to imagine that it's in the direction of this movie itself. You know, I've already covered a Tobe Hooper movie in this series. I watched the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I know what they were going for. I get it. It just wasn't that fun of a movie for me to watch personally. And so knowing that another Tobe Hooper movie was around the corner, was in store for me during this watch-along series, I was A-okay with it only because of the Steven Spielberg gossip, or whatever you want to call it. So if the Spielberg name wasn't attached to this, I probably wouldn't be nearly as excited. But because it is, he also has, like, I think a writing credit, which he typically doesn't have a whole lot of writing credits. It's not often. It's a lot of just, like, story by or, like, created by. But he has his name on the screenplay or story or something like that, which I found interesting as well. So, I don't know. Maybe that was their way of saying that he had more to do with it than just, you know, producing it. But so, with all that said, this is a haunted house movie. I've seen several haunted house movies, and it's not... That's not the part that excites me, only because it's one of those things where it's like, been there, done that, like I get it. I'm just hoping for a really strong narrative, great character work, and just a beautiful looking movie. That's what I'm hoping for. So anyway, that's kind of it, guys. I am excited to talk to you as we go through here, and let me watch Poltergeist for the very first time. I know this song. All right, here we go. Yeah, a Tobe Hooper film. I'm just kidding. Wouldn't it be kind of funny though, like since I have Texas Chainsaw Massacre under my belt now, what if I just saw Tobe Hooper's direction like all over this? The only adjective I have for Tobe Hooper's like filmmaking is gross. That's what I would call it. Okay, so we're only like 2 minutes in, but it's already Spielbergian. I mean, this story opening through the eyes of a child, you know.
What do you look like?
Craig T. Nelson, I forgot he was in this movie. Okay, cool. I love that opening. We're not even 5 minutes in. I love that it didn't start with like a realtor showing the house. This new couple, this new family comes in, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure we're about to do it right now, but the fact that they just jumped right in, I really, really like that idea. Also, again, suburbia. At the time that I'm recording this, here in 2022, this movie's 40 years old, just like E.T. Didn't they like come out in the same weekend? Or it was like Poltergeist and Blade Runner or something like that? All these movies are 82. It was something like that. Why are you letting that happen? Find the sink! Too bad Star Wars is mid. So many pop culture references already. I can already tell. This movie is for me. This already has so many sensibilities that I look for in a film. This would have been my way in to this genre. Like, I wish I started here.
When it's nighttime,
Oh, it's nighttime forever for Tweety.
I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Oh, brother.
Oh, I forgot to mention at the top, I know why the house is haunted. I know about the Indian burial ground and all that kind of stuff. I'm just excited to see the thrills.
Honey, you're overfeeding them.
Tweety 2 and Tweety 3 wants.
I guess I didn't realize that the kids were sharing the rooms. I saw the Alien poster and I was so confused why I was in this little girl's room.
I was 10.
She's smoking a blunt? He's rolling a blunt. At the time that I'm recording this, The Fabelmans hasn't come out yet. But if in The Fabelmans there's footage of the parents rolling blunts, that's confirmation this movie was directed by Spielberg. I want to see Paul Dano roll a fat blunt.
Your diving days are over.
We're talking Olympics, Diane. Jackknife into the swan.
Honey, it's right to the Nautilus machine.
Where is, honey? Before, after. Before, after.
That was just like real. There was just like authenticity to that. I remember a clown face similar to that being the promotional stuff for the remake or with Sam Rockwell, I believe.
I don't like the tree, Dad.
I don't either. I was just thinking of that. Why is it so knobby?
Hey, it was here before my company built the neighborhood.
Looks at me. It knows I live here.
Night, Dana.
What was that?
Get off the phone, Dana.
Oh, I was like, is she looking at porn? I was about to nitpick. I don't think white noise or static creates a strobe effect. I think it would just be a constant, still white light. But, that's okay. Yeah.
They're here.
Iconic. I think the only reason why haunted house movies feel so played is because you don't ever really find out why the ghosts are doing the things that they're doing. Like if ultimately they just want to get a point across or punish someone or even like kill someone, they just do it in ways that kind of don't make any sense. You turn the lights off. You knocked on the walls. You knocked on the doors. It's just a lot of like beating around the bush, and you can just chalk it up to, well, it's beyond our understanding because it's ghosts. But also it's just kind of like, it just feels cheap and easy. I just want to feel like there was something to it. But I love the direction and setup and everything so far here.
The TV people.
Like the starting points, the TV. Why would ghosts or spirits come out of a TV?
Well, it happens on every job. Hey, look at this.
Ugh.
I love that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
What's the matter, Eva?
Freaky, but like, why? You know what I mean? I just want to be in the TV people meeting where they're like, okay, we'll put the chairs in like a pyramid, stack them on top of the table, and that'll be a warning for them to move out. Like,
Come here, quick. Hurry before it starts.
hurry!
Let's show Daddy.
You know what?
Now, don't argue with me.
I really like this idea here. They're not immediately scared.
In fact, I don't think I've ever been bitten by one of them. As far as I know, nobody in my family's ever been affected by them. Miss, can you ever suck on you, son?
I don't know, Dad.
What? What? I don't know, Dad. She's holding on to the bed? What? There's a slot in the tree? Spielberg shot. What? What is going on? I was just making fun of haunted house movies for like, oh, ghosts flipping off the lights off and on, knocking on. That just took it way farther than like any other haunted house movie I've ever seen. Like that just went to a 10 instantly.
Would your family welcome a serious investigation of these disturbances?
I just want you to find her, little girl.
I was gonna say, so Carol Ann's just gone, right? See, I love this. Yes.
The determination as to whether your home is haunted is not very easy. What I meant to say was
These
it
ghosts
might
are funny.
very well be a poltergeist intrusion instead of a classic haunting. Now let's just stay away from the light.
Maybe it's a way out.
It is a way out, but not the tell her quickly.
What? What a really sad scene, by the way. I'm gonna say something, and I'm sure it's an eye roller of a thing, but it's like the upside down. Yeah, I get it.
I can smell her.
This came first, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's one way to look at it. Is that she's just kind of in an alternative setting to this house, I guess, and there's very slight manipulation between. And here comes Vecna. Man, I called that.
Lift up your shirt, let's have a look.
Wow.
Think we'll spend the night downstairs.
Oh, no. Wrong.
Absence of a signal on a channel that is not receiving a broadcast means that it is free to receive a lot of noise from all sorts of things, like shortwave, solar disturbances, car ignition, sparkings, outer space,
It's a good explanation.
inner space.
Good for them. See, this movie is thinking about me, and I appreciate it. It's kind of showing me up a little bit.
Would you like a glass?
I love the authenticity of these scenes. In the middle of all the craziness, the wackiness, and the spookiness, it's like it's about real people. The movie takes the time, instead of it just being about dumb people that are just reacting to things, it has these moments of levity and... I just want to know why he put the stake Spielberg, dude. I want to know why he put the steak on the counter in the first place. What? Oh my god. That was a really, really cool effect. I mean, it looked really fake, but it was still really, really cool. It's a really cool effect.
Look at all of them. Is that our house?
What are they wearing?
Where are they coming from?
Yeah. Man, times were crazy back in the day when you could just send kids to travel. I feel like this movie has like no room for the older sister at all.
We've missed you down at the office, Steve. The boys have gotten worried, so I took it upon myself to... Jesus, Steve, you look like
I was
shit.
literally
Aren't
about
you
to
feeling
say he
any
looks
better?
like shit. Wow.
Don't mind hanging back. You're jamming my frequencies.
What's the matter? I was trying to answer her with my mind, and she couldn't hear me.
There is no death. It is only a transition to a different sphere of consciousness. Carol Ann is not like those she's with, and she will only hear her mother's voice.
That scene parallels a scene in Minority Report so hard when Tom Cruise and his ex-wife are listening to Agatha. She's a precognitive, but I guess you could also call her like a clairvoyant or whatever. The way that the scene is set and blocked and situated, like Craig T. Nelson, Tom Cruise has tears running down his face, and he's listening to Agatha talk about his child in another life or another possibility, I mean, that scene was so much like that. It's crazy. What? I'm so confused. She or is she not supposed to go towards the light? Yes. Yes. Oh my god, that was so cool.
Yeah! No, please, no!
Just take a breath. Breathe.
Hey, pick a different take. The girlies move it all over the place. Hey, new take.
Hi, Daddy.
Ew. They just slowly back out of the room.
She didn't seem to remember any of it. So we're leaving tonight for sure.
Yeah, we are.
I still can't get over how that tree had a slit in it. It's so quiet. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's freaking upside down. It's the lion roaring. Oh my god, that looks so good though. I think I saw a anyway, I think I saw a crew member in the background of that shot. I wonder if the storm's too loud. Is anybody gonna hear it? Oh, so forced. Oh god. Oh, there we go. Love it.
Give me your hand!
Yeah, welcome back. Oh, that is so cool.
You moved the cemetery, but you left the bodies, didn't you? You only moved the headstones! Why?
We're about to see the house implode. What? You're not a character in this movie. Yeah, that's super cool. So, what do we do now? Alright guys, before we get into this, I just want to remind you, you can scan this QR code right here, get you a 30-day free trial of Audible on me, or visit the description down below. There is a link, audibletrial.com/rewatch, not rewatch Ryan, audibletrial.com/rewatch, get you a 30-day free trial of Audible on me. It is absolutely the best way to support me and everything I'm doing here on the channel. I gave a lot of reactions during the film. It was kind of like the exact opposite situation. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, I wasn't so talkative, didn't think it was that great of a reaction video. But I had a lot to say watching this. And for the most part, my predictions and my commentary, it's right on the money, pretty consistent. And I'm very happy about this experience. This was very much, more so than a lot of the others, a movie that automatically would have been on my radar, automatically would have been something that I enjoyed. I did have a lot of fun watching this through the lens of Spielberg, and I 100% agree. He directed, or at least had a huge hand in directing this movie, because there's Spielbergisms all over the place. That was always going to help bring me in, and it absolutely did. There's definitely tropes and things that I'm not going to respond to no matter what the movie is, but I think the thing that kept me going, I loved how the haunting and everything sort of built on itself visually. I loved all the special effects. That was a lot of fun to watch. I think a lot of those have aged really, really well. And there's some that like aren't so obvious. You know, when you watch footage, whether it's the Light and Magic documentary or Movies That Made Us, you know, a lot of these film documentaries that come out and give you some insight into the filmmaking and the visual effects, I don't think I've ever seen them go through even the coffins rising through the floor. Like, I thought that was a great special effect. There's a lot of little nice touches. I loved how authentic the family felt. You know, there was a lot of just like super real moments. I know it seems kind of silly, but like, I don't see a lot of things where parents are just smoking weed or rolling blunts. I mean, you don't really see that kind of stuff often. Even seeing those little touches and just those real superhuman moments. There's always a flip side, right? So on the flip side, like the oldest daughter, she's not even a character. Like, she didn't even need to be in this movie at all, actually. They did nothing with her. So there's always a flip side. Always like one aspect of the dynamic. One thing that's purely poltergeist, but there's also some other stuff in here that are horror tropes or things that you can't get away from because you're doing a horror movie. But a haunted house movie like this, I'm not going to respond to as much. Despite all of its flaws, it's still very much a Ryan Snelling-esque horror movie. and I really, really appreciate that. So it was a lot of fun to watch. This is definitely one of my favorites. Not maybe my favorite. I still think The Exorcist and Rosemary's Baby are probably up there. Don't think I'm going to, but I really am thinking about getting the 4K Steelbook that just came out. Because, yeah, I'm a big fan of this movie. So, yeah, I loved the Spielbergisms. I loved how it set itself apart from other haunted house movies that I had seen. And, again, the visual effects, I think, were just a lot of fun. And it was entertaining. That 2 hours went by way faster than the Body Snatchers 2 hours did. So, with that said, Poltergeist is an absolute win. I kind of can't believe I don't have more to say. My initial sit down recording this reaction video, my computer ran out of memory, or ran out of storage. Like, right now, I'm speaking to you on a separate day where I finished, like, the last 15 minutes of this movie. So, a lot of my immediate reactions, I don't quite remember. Blame marijuana for that. But I also gave a lot of reaction, a lot of commentary during the movies. Poltergeist was a win. I'm super happy that I watched it. And, yeah. So, I'm excited. So, I'm going to keep this cooking. I kind of just want to move on to another movie that I'm super excited to watch. So guys, the next movie that I plan on watching, I'm just going straight to Misery. Because I mentioned this the other day. I don't know exactly how many of these I'm going to get to in October, but Misery was my goal because that movie came out the weekend of my birth. And for some reason, it just felt like a nice little milestone to end on Misery. But I think I'm just going to go on and skip The Lost Boys. I'm going to go straight to Misery. I want to watch Silence of the Lambs after that. So we'll see what I can get to, but Misery is the next watch along, and I'm super, super stoked about that. So anyway, guys, come back, subscribe to the channel, get you some more watch alongs. If you like them, I'll keep it going throughout the rest of the year. No reason why I have to stop at the end of October because spooky season's over. Let me know by giving me thumbs up. Let me know by comments. Let me know by subscriptions. I greatly appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much. That was my Poltergeist watch along. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.